doesn't have a.
All right, we are live. What is up, YouTube? How's it going?
From Jacob's basement. The Here for the Speed podcast. We're live from our studio in an undisclosed location.
I wouldn't recommend that.
We have today our Tabasco car. We don't know who drove it. I'm sure someone does, but we don't.
But we don't.
Wow, that makes us look so good.
It was free.
That's true.
And it's fire. I mean, look at these cool stickers, man. They just used to put stickers on them much better back then.
Of course, back then they would just literally throw a sticker
Why does it
anywhere.
say Lightyear on the tires?
Wait, what? Does it really?
No.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute.
The name should be on the roof.
You think I can read that?
No, you can't read it all.
No.
Surprised you got Tabasco.
Is that what it says? Thought it said Big Reds.
Are we ready?
All right, I'm good. Are you guys ready to start the? Oh, I don't have the music ready. I'm
I literally just turned my volume off.
Oh, I love that. Just hear. You think I could read that?
Wow, wow.
Let me see it.
You see with your eyes, sir.
I see with my mind. This is definitely squiggly.
Oh,
Who are you? You're not part of this. Stop it.
I don't know what that was.
Went right into Matt's drink.
It might have.
I think it's definitely Todd.
Todd Gilliland?
Todd Bodine?
Todd Bodine?
Man, it could be a Yoda.
Oh my god, that narrows it down.
I mean, come on.
Strong with the speed you are.
Skilly bop.
Pop this sauces.
Spicy.
Cars go fast, they do.
All right, taking it too far now. Too realistic.
Always take it too far. You know that. All right, here we go. Let's do this.
Yeah, this looks better. In
It looks so
like
gross,
That. This
bro.
looks pretty rough.
All right. Here we go. Denny Hamlin wins the race at Richmond. Bubba spins Larson to cause a late caution and give us our first overtime finish of the year. Did this race save the reputation of Richmond? I don't think it did. Let's find out why we're here for the speed. I'm DJ, and I am joined by...
I'm Jake. First, you got the intro wrong.
What did I get wrong this time?
You didn't read my script.
I didn't know you... What script did you put in?
Bubba Wallace follows team orders.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm like, where does this in the script? Yeah.
What's
All
up, guys? I'm Nate, and I'm here with
The one, the only, the number one Brad Keselowski fan. Top 10 finish. Let's go.
Watermelon?
Watermelon.
You want some?
I got some.
No.
Easy.
All right, so we just finished the race over at Richmond, and man, I don't want to say that it was an amazing race. I don't even want to know that I want to say it was a good race. The ending was a little interesting.
I would agree.
I would say interesting. Don't know if that means I would say it's
Dramatic.
Dramatic. That's a better word. Yeah, it was dramatic. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. What did you guys think overall? I mean, a lot of things happen, a lot of things to talk about. So overall, what's your initial kind of, if you had to rate the race, what would you rate it?
I will say it was a little better than I thought it was going to be. I think we had good momentum from the beginning because of the wet weather package starting off, and then stage one with a varying strategy was pretty good. And then I think because of the lame duck caution that we'll get into, kind of made everybody afraid to do different strategy in the second stage or third stage, I think. So we all saw the exact same strategy.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, all in all, I mean, if I was to rate it, 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, maybe 5 out of 10.
And you had really low expectations then.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Huh.
Richmond
probably
sucks.
I would say it's Richmond, so it's probably a fair. Nate, what do you think?
I would say in recent,
Yeah.
races used to be great back
Last
in the day.
20 years. I got you.
Yeah.
Recent samples.
Since we
Our
started watching.
lifetimes.
Yeah, since we've started watching.
Yeah.
Since we've been born.
yeah.
Nate,
I give it
wake up.
a solid 1.5.
Oh god.
No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
I love how Nate's like, DJ, I can't hear myself. You gotta turn me up. You gotta turn me up. And he's like, hey man, you gotta.
The funnier
Bro, it's like he's
did
like
you-
a reverse of a musician.
Did you
The
see?
musician sound checks real quiet and talks real
That's
loud.
true.
Nate is real loud and sound checking. gets real reserved.
That's
Doesn't
true.
move.
No, did you hear what the problem was though? He didn't have his headphones plugged in all the way.
Yeah.
I could only hear it in one side. Yeah, did you check to see if you're plugged in? He's like, oh, it was my fault.
Sorry, bro.
No, really, what's your rating?
Yeah, no. So, I mean, I thought it was pretty interesting going in. I was interested to see how it would be with there still being, the track being wet, stuff like that. But it was surprising to see that they held it together. There were a few things that I thought were pretty trash, but it was just because of the fantasy league. We're getting very, very competitive now.
Getting?
Rough day.
Yeah, it was a rough day for me, but that's all right. I'm still on top.
Shout out to Jen, who I think had a decent day today,
Yeah,
or
No,
she
but-
did before the ending of the race. Who knows?
Yeah, but all in all, I thought it was a okay race. There was some action towards the end. I mean, the race off of pit road, stuff like that. But I'd give it like probably same as Jake, probably like a good 4.5, 5.
Yeah, Matt?
Man, you guys are like two wet blankets over here. I don't know, like a 5 out of 10. Dude, that was like 2 pop tires and a blown head gasket. That race sucked for 398 laps. That race was trash.
Actually, it would have been for 400 because it
I'm
went for
I'm not
407.
even kidding. The best part, you had 30 okay laps with rain tires. It was supposed to rain again, never did. And then it was just single file the whole time. What, you had Martin Truex Jr. led, 200 laps? And then who's the other guy?
Larson.
Larson
Yeah.
led
Larson
like
ran a bunch.
160? That race was trash,
I guess
man.
what made
That
it-
race does not deserve 2 dates at all. That was
Nah.
bad.
Well,
We
you're
needed
not wrong.
we needed Bowman to win, so that way it would lose a date.
Yes, yes.
Lose the spring date.
That
I feel
was.
yeah.
yeah.
There were a couple of unexpected things that happened that kind of spiced it up, in my opinion. I mean, of course, towards the end.
Oh, yeah,
seeing what happened on the restart. I mean, that was.
Do you guys
want to
jump into the end first and work our way backwards, or do you want to?
We could do
We
that.
can jump into that.
All
That's,
right,
I mean, that's
let's
the
talk
hot
about
topic.
the team
That's the hot
orders.
topic.
Yes.
Let's-
So if we're gonna totally flip this backwards, I have it written out the other way. So we're just gonna go straight to the bottom. So Bubba,
These are fresh
obviously,
takes, DJ.
I
Let's
listen.
go.
Hey, let's go for it. I'm here for it. All right. So Bubba was super aggressive, and looking at that several times. Actually, we need to go back and look at, I guess, the very
Wait,
first
we got
thing.
to talk. No, we got versus
yeah.
the Hamlin.
I
the
didn't even
restart.
get that in here.
Yeah.
So Hamlin, did he jump the restart?
Absolutely.
1,000%.
Yes. I'm sorry.
By half
Hold on.
of a car.
No, way
No.
more than
Who
that.
here thinks he jumped it?
I think all 4 of them.
Okay.
It's pretty obvious.
Who here thinks that the booth thought he jumped it?
and wouldn't say anything.
The only person who was trying to defend him was Clint Boyer, and it was hilarious. They
He
showed
had
the
no
restart. He was, I'm just going to say, spoiler to headlights ahead of Martin. He's like, I don't know. That's pretty door to door. Like, okay.
Well, even the door to door is fine, but I mean, he was a good car length, maybe a car length and a half when you see him rolling the gas.
It was bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
it's pretty bad.
I would not be surprised if NASCAR DQ'd him again on this one.
They're not going to do it. They already deemed him the race winner. It's over.
Oh, did
They
they
sh-
officially?
Yeah, they said the race is not, the restart's not under review, so it's over.
Really?
It's over.
Wow. Oh, hey.
Now-
fair game the rest of the year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's, I mean,
Green, white
the,
checker,
the amount
jump
of
it.
mess that this just made it.
Good.
Yeah,
luck.
it's over. It's just gonna be stupid now.
Yup,
Like,
game over.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah,
Else.
basically. And hey, who's got team orders they can throw out there?
dude,
But
Because
I-
that was
I think I
I'm the
think
boss,
was
I'm
it
the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss.
yeah, I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss. No, but I think was it Kevin Harvick that made a good point towards the end on the broadcast. He said he beat Truex off of pit road.
you're talking about Clint Boyer.
Was it Clint
Yeah,
Boyer
but
said
here's
that?
Clint Boyer's quote. He said he didn't beat him in the restart zone. He
Yeah.
beat him off pit road. I'm
He
like,
beat him off pit road.
come on.
nah, bro.
Easy.
That's Fox trying to just defend the legitimacy of it. That's how I.
They have
That's
to.
how
Yeah.
I took it.
I mean, they have to.
They have to.
They have to. There's
But-
They
nothing-
can't
I mean-
go on there and bash it at the end. I mean, that's not. That's
You-
our
you
job.
saw
That's our
it.
job.
You're like, all right, here we
Yeah,
go.
right.
They're like, let's go take a look at the restart, and everybody's like,
I
and
was
you're like, you
shocked
can
how
hear
many
him.
times
oh,
they
you could
showed
tell.
it.
Mike Joy's silence was enough for me.
Oh yeah.
Like Mike Joy just kind of being like,
Denny Hamlin's
All right.
interview after the race was enough.
was
Normally he
enough.
comes out, I be your best driver. Woo, all this stuff. He's so hyped, so just animated in his win.
Very reserved.
Oh yeah, he knew, bro.
Oh yeah.
He knew. 100% he knew. He played the game and he got away with it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, we all hate Hamlin, you know.
Hate's
Hate-
a strong
hate-
word.
hate
Hate's a strong word, but we
I
all
want
do not
him to
like.
lose.
Yeah,
But we
That's
but
not
we
hate.
we all do like to mark up a specific cardboard cutout of him. We'll say it that way.
Yeah.
We don't hate him. We just like to deface
so
him.
we all dislike him.
God.
So it's not that I'm trying to defend him or anything, but at the end of the day, a bunch of drivers do things that are technically not right.
Okay, so here's my question.
Not Brad. He's great.
If that was William Byron who had a shot to win and it was taken away because any driver
I mean,
jumped the restart,
of course I'm gonna be pissed,
that's
bro.
Yeah.
Nate
that's
would-
trash.
I don't think Nate would
That's-
be on the
But I'm just
podcast.
saying that's where we got to be unbiased in
Oh,
this.
that's true. That's true.
That there has to be a rule. What if Martin Truex Jr. jumps to start?
no.
That's not fair.
Mhm.
He's going to get penalized and drop to the rear. So there's a box, right? You have to start within the box, and the leader
Oh,
gets
yeah.
to pick whenever he wants, not outside the box. That he 100% should be sent to the tail end of the field,
Is it
or
just
he'd be the
I
last
don't
car
know.
scored on the lead
I
lap.
wouldn't be shocked if they came back. and
They're not
docked
going
him.
to. They already said the restart is not under review and the race is official.
They
It's
could
over.
dock him points.
I don't know.
Nah,
If
not
that
for
is that is a in race call. It's
Yeah.
like you're not going to go back and be like, oh hey, look, we missed a speeding penalty in the middle of the race. They're not going to go
Yeah.
back and make an in race judgment call.
Is it just to play devil's advocate? Is it possible that Larson maybe slowed up or checked up?
Larson.
No.
Sorry, not Larson. Truex.
No.
No.
Truex
That
checked
has
up a
nothing to do with it.
Well,
It
no,
has
that's
nothing
why
to
I'm
do
saying
with-
I
that
don't
might
think
be
there's
why it looked
any
like he
gain.
kind of jumped ahead.
If he throttles up before the box,
I just wanted to throw
he
out.
pulls away from the 5 car.
Well, but if the 19 slows down.
But he
But
pulled away from
He
the
pulled
5
away
car.
from 3 out of the.
Oh, I see what you're
He
saying.
pulled
Cars
away from the pack.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
it'll be interesting to hear DBC this week
I
because
can't wait to
It'll be
hear
interesting to
Hamlin's.
see Hamlin. I was gonna
no,
say.
Hamlin's not going to say anything. He'll probably have some way to defend it. This is what we all do. There's a
gonna be a
gamemanship. You
it's
get a
gonna be
roll in the box, and then you go. It'll probably be a whole thing.
A 20-minute episode.
Brett,
that was Richmond
Brett
5.
Griffin and TJ Majors are going to be completely against Freddie Kraft, and Freddie Kraft is going to defend Hamlin to the last.
He's gonna have to.
He has. This
Yeah.
is his boss.
Well, especially considering the next thing is, did Bubba have team orders?
It
Dude,
looks
I don't
so
know, man.
likely.
It's
It looks.
I hope not. You know that especially with everything going on and the way that all played out, I feel like NASCAR is going to be like, we need to probably listen to their radios just to see if.
Oh yeah,
There's some stuff going
on.
You gotta.
So I mean, and I can't imagine that this would have been like a pre-planned kind of thing because I mean, how do you know? Especially with
This is
everything
one of those
shaking
things
up.
too. NASCAR probably won't go back and listen to the radio, but they'll wait for another team to say, "Hey, have you heard this?"
Maybe.
and make them go look at it.
Yeah.
That's kind of how games are played in the garage.
Yeah. That
Oh
makes
yeah, they
sense.
tell on each other constantly.
I think Richmond's known to some conspiracy. You don't know about Spingate, do you?
No.
Oh, is that here?
Yes.
Oh,
Ordered a
Clint
pizza.
Boyer, racing for Michael Waltrip Racing, had to get, I forget which driver it was, into the playoffs. They needed to get into the playoffs. So he intentionally spun out coming off of turn 4. NASCAR gave Michael Waltrip Racing such a huge penalty, they basically put their race company out of business.
And they had how many cars?
Yeah. Three or four? Three,
Yeah.
I think.
Whole team shut down.
Shut them down.
That's
They couldn't
wild.
pay.
Massive penalty. No, like they could, but it just totally killed their year and their, they
Yeah.
paid it and they kept racing. But
I think this was
they
also
killed
wasn't
everything.
this during like the recession too? So I mean, there was like other factors, but
no,
like,
I don't know about that, but it was just
I could be
it just
wrong
it
on
was
that,
such a and then Toyota pulled out their support.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just everything. Like,
but-
it was massive.
it was a perfect storm.
But yeah, Clint Boyer did that.
That's wild.
That's
So
why
he knows.
Yeah.
He gets it.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I'll tell you, he was probably the judgment call. He's probably like, hey, Hamlin could win this,
yeah.
He's in my fantasy league. They were talking about their fantasy leagues the whole day. That was
which is funny
great.
because that was kind of how we talked during the race too.
Yeah.
It makes it kind of exciting.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
does.
With our little fun, friendly,
It makes it
competitive
a lot more
fantasy
interesting.
league. I
A
mean,
lot
that's why
more.
everyone does it, right? That's why everyone does the March Madness.
Well, you look
the
at
brackets,
you look
the
at like a
teams.
race like today, like Richmond. In like it made the day actually where like the whole day you're like, okay, where are my drivers? Oh, am I gonna have my garage
You're
picked?
not. Yeah.
You're trash talking your buddy who picked the driver that you thought about picking, and you're like, God dang it, why didn't I pick that guy?
My biggest gripe, and it's with. I don't know if it's with a lot of race fans. I generally believe it's with a lot of race fans, but they only have one driver that they follow and they like. And
lot
if
of
that
them,
driver wrecks out, they just leave the race. And it's
Yeah.
like, man, that's just sad. Like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, maybe my alliances are just swayed, but like, I root for half the Hendrick guys. I root for half the Joe Gibbs guys. I root for obviously Keselowski. And there's just a handful of other ones that it's like, yeah, if they win, I'd be happy. Like, all right, that's cool.
Mm.
You know, an
Rough
underdog
day.
win's always fun.
Jake had a bad day in fantasy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
I'd be happy if
Bring 'em
Brad-
down.
I'd be happy if Brad wins, bro.
You know what? Thank you.
You know what? The worst part was when they showed all the drivers waiting for their wins, and it was like
Brad's
Chase Elliott was like, what, 30
40.
or something?
40,
40, and
races.
then it was like all the other 20, 30, Brad, 104.
He's on. Listen, that man is a slow cooking machine. He's
Let him
on
cook.
low. Let him cook.
cooking machine.
He is. He's
Used
getting his
up.
data. Whoa, easy. Oh, oh.
Listen, all I'm saying is if Dodge
Rude.
came back in the sport and Brad got into Dodge, he'd start whooping everybody again.
He's doing. I mean, him and Ford seem to be working. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
No, this is a good track for RFK. I mean,
Yeah.
you saw it today. They're always strong. Not as strong as they have been. You
Yeah.
know?
I think everyone's getting better, man. I think that's just it.
all right,
Plus, they're coming into a new front car design. All that.
Yeah.
that's true.
True.
Do you guys-
I do want to clarify. We're not, accusing Bubba Wallace of doing that. I'm
I
just
am.
saying it's just
It was
I
sus. It was very
was
sus.
very convenient for Hamlin.
yeah, and it
But
was
I mean,
just,
we'll say Larson and Bubba have beef.
that is true.
They race each other.
I'm not
super
gonna
hard.
lie. If it wasn't for Larson, actually, hold on. Larson did. What position was he in when he got wrecked?
Fifth.
He
He-
finished third. He
Yeah.
improved his position.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Bubba had a bad pit. They literally talked about
Yeah.
it. Bubba had a bad pit stop where they couldn't get the wheel, and he went back to 16th.
Yeah. So I
Like
think.
karma played
How'd that
out.
work
Yeah.
for you?
It was karma.
Yeah.
Like,
So I think if that hadn't happened, maybe Larson might have tried to do the whole Bubba thing where
I
he
thought
just
it was
goes.
funny. His whole
try to
end
fight
of
him?
race interview, he didn't even talk about that. He's just like, I'm just lucky I finished third after what happened. Like, I'll walk away happy. Thank
Yeah.
you. And he left.
Yeah, right.
I think
I
it is Larson. He knows he's gonna win more. Like
Yeah.
he'll be
His
fine.
eyes are on Indy. I'm telling you.
Do you think
He's already got his win. His eyes are on Indy, and then he'll figure out the rest of the season.
Do you think Bubba wrecked Larson because he wouldn't fight him at Auto Club?
Yeah, I think he went around two.
Wasn't it Vegas?
Was it
I
Vegas?
think it was Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, round
Somewhere over
two.
there in the West.
Yeah. The West Coast swing. Whatever.
Like, I'm gonna
Um,
get you back because you wouldn't fight me.
Speaking of cautions, so they're around a lap 150. We have something else that was sus, and that was a caution when Kyle Busch, in my opinion, tagged the wall. Wouldn't even say he hit the wall.
He skimmed the wall.
Wait. Before we do that, Jake, didn't you say like 2 to go they were wrecking on the backstretch and they never called a caution?
Yeah, somebody was door banging. I saw somebody kind of sideways, and they never showed a replay.
All right, so no caution, no replay.
Don't even know who it is.
On
I don't
the
think anybody
green,
spun
white
out,
checker.
but it was significant contact. I'm shocked we didn't get a
All right.
replay.
Now we jump to the Kyle Busch.
In
Yeah.
comparison.
And keep in mind that went green.
And that was
So-
probably like 7th, 8th place ish, maybe 10th, 12th. It's hard to tell because it's kind of
Yeah.
right at the edge of the camera shot.
Yeah. So Kyle
hit the wall.
Kyle Busch. Sorry, too many Kyles. Kyle Busch is driving. I don't know. I don't remember what caused the initial, but he basically gets washed up, goes up to the edge of the track, gets in the marbles, hits the wall, tags the wall.
Not
And
hard.
not hard. Keeps rolling. Nothing comes off the car. Tires don't even go flat. He keeps rolling, and pretty much the second he's on the wall, caution is thrown.
Yeah,
Seemed a little early.
I don't understand that at all, especially after coming from Coda last week,
Yeah.
where you couldn't get a caution for anything.
Yeah.
You know, it just there was good momentum in the first stage. I understand what you're saying; it wasn't that great, but I guess maybe some of the shorter runs because of long pit stops we'll talk, or long yellow flags we'll talk about that. But
Yeah.
like the first stage wasn't terrible. It's like okay, there's a lot going on in the first stage, and the second stage you're like, oh, this is really setting up cool. There's a lot of guys on different strategies, and that ruined the whole thing. And it pretty much ruined the field for about 15 guys, or
Yeah.
ruined the race for about 15 guys in
Yes.
the field. Just ruined their race.
The caution didn't really matter. It's what it did to everyone else.
Yes.
Well, that and
really
I mean,
kind of sucked, especially
Yeah.
if you're rooting for half of them.
Like
Yeah.
nobody cares about Kyle Busch. It's just It's just everyone else.
This is
Listen
a
to them.
completely different conversation if Kyle Busch backs in the wall and tears up the car and throws stuff everywhere.
Of
Yes.
course.
Totally
Yeah.
different conversation.
We wouldn't
But
even
like
probably
that-
mention it that much.
That is unacceptable to be a caution.
Oh, yeah.
You
No,
know,
someone else hit the wall and they didn't throw a caution.
People were tagging it here and there all day.
Blaney.
Blaney ran up, hit
Yeah.
the wall, lost 15 positions on a restart. I recall
Something
it.
like that, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
something like that. He definitely dropped back.
they gotta have egg on their face from that one, man. That's
Just silly.
not good.
The only thing that I could have seen as to why they did, because if you notice, it was really quick. Like they threw the caution without
Instantly.
hesitation.
Oh, it was almost instantly. From
Right?
him hitting the wall to it going off, the lights being on was quarter of a second, half a
Yeah.
second.
So the only explanation to that, they might have maybe sent out to everyone like, hey, if anything, because the track was kind of still wet at that part of the race, it was like anything, like any contact with the wall, anything, we have to throw it.
Maybe.
It could have
I
been
get
something
it.
like that. I could see that being the reason why.
But sitting sideways at Atlanta at 180 mile an hour track is perfectly fine.
It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fine.
While you're stopped.
Look
While
at the comparison.
Car stopped at
Same
Coda.
thing.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Massive differences in pit strategy, which is why they never threw the caution for the McDowell and Byron incident at Atlanta.
Yep.
They didn't want to mess up pit cycle. That wasn't a caution, but this was.
That's so wild.
My question is, what the hell? Like, how do you like? What do you? How do you like?
How?
What's
They're all
where's
judgment
the
calls.
consistency?
It's all judgment calls. That's
Like
it.
and which is fine if there's a driver in danger, like we said last week at Coda. There's a couple times you're like, man, if somebody misses a corner here or something, somebody's sitting sideways, like, man, you might hurt somebody.
Yeah.
That's but that
Yeah.
Where he
It
kept
was-
rolling.
it
He
was
kept
trash.
rolling.
what about 2 weeks ago at Bristol?
Mm.
There was cars hitting everything.
No cause.
Everything.
Let him run.
Flat
Each-
tires.
each
Guys
other.
running 45 miles an hour on
Inside-
two flat tires.
Inside wall, outside
fine.
wall.
Can't even. They're stuck on the outside lane for 2 laps because they can't get down low. No caution. It's fine.
Debris. The whole track is debris.
Kyle,
like, it's just
Kyle
like-
Busch driving backwards.
What's the consistency?
I don't know.
I don't get it. I just. Is it due to backlash from last week? People upset there was no cautions and how boring the race was?
I don't think NASCAR really cares.
I don't think they do
I don't know.
either. I don't
Now,
get it.
Isn't that like I've heard it from different people, mostly through BBC, or, yeah, not BBC. That's a totally different thing.
What's that, DJ?
British broadcasting.
British broadcast.
I watch Top Gear a lot. Okay. Anyway,
Nate's been watching this Instagram channel too much, bro.
right? No, but DBC, they were talking about how there's multiple people now in those positions of race director. Is that still
In
the
the
case?
different series, yes.
In the different series. So in
Yeah.
the Cup, it's
Cup
always
is the same guy, unless like somebody has like a family event or something.
Gotcha,
like
okay.
having a baby or something.
I wasn't
but
sure if it was like going to be
There
like.
are backup guys, but
I was
which-
wondering maybe
He's probably
that
got
was
his own
it.
fantasy
people
league.
are kind of dogging on him for that. But I'm kind of cool with that, you know, because you got to have replacements in the wing. You got to work people up to be like, I get it.
Nope.
You know, you can't just have a hard cut. Okay, this guy does all the races. Now you have to bring in somebody new who's never done it before.
Pretty sure
Oh,
AI
yeah.
could do his job. I'm fairly. Hey, someone hit the wall.
Can we talk about Kyle Busch?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dude, he sucks.
He's really been struggling.
He had that
This
rebel
this
bourbon
new
on
car
his
is
front, man.
like he is
Well,
in
No,
big
he-
trouble
he
this
got
week.
three wins
this
last
year.
3 wins last year.
The first year.
Yeah, but still.
The
was last
first year.
That was last year.
No.
He's only-
This is year 3 next year.
It was his first year in RCR.
Yes.
He got 3 wins.
Well, was that last year?
I thought that
I
was.
thought it was last year, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. He's struggled.
Well,
this year.
I mean, they say the car, like Steve Letarte was saying on their podcast, that this car is set up completely different now to how it started. That's
Yeah.
why you see guys who won a lot of races the first year and a half now don't win races because they're still trying to race the way it used to be.
Yeah.
You know, Chase Elliott said he's struggling with that. Kyle Busch, obviously, you know, I don't know. And Joey Logano's another one. He is not good in the next gen car. Not like he was in Gen 6. You know?
Yeah, like this race, I thought at least going to Logano finally was a good. He finally had a good solid race.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the first one of the year
Yeah.
where he, good finish. Ran up at the top all day. They needed something like that.
Oh, yeah.
They definitely needed that.
He was terrible. He was decent in practice.
Yeah, I
was decent.
think in his case,
This is a good track for Logano.
I think they're just they were in a
You know what's
slump.
crazy? You know who was good in practice and sucked? Blaney. Blaney sucked.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
He could
terrible.
not recover from that restart.
Starting on the wet weathers.
Couldn't do it.
Starting on the wet weather, he dropped almost all the way to the very back, same as Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
It seemed like once you got back to like 15th and back, you could not make ground.
Depend on the
Another
driver,
car
man.
that was great, Bowman was super fast, and once that whole pit debacle with the caution went out, he could never. He could.
Yeah, that sucked
he was
for
sitting
him.
there running top 3, top 5 the whole first 100 and something laps, and obviously a competitor.
Yeah.
And then once he got in the back, it was over.
Done.
Yeah,
But then there was other drivers like Bell, who consistently was like, oh,
We're
he's a
always
lap
moving.
down. Oh, this pit
Nah,
strategy
that's
didn't work
different.
out, and he made his way back.
Dude,
Got a
he-
top
That's
five.
different because he played different pit strategy. He would wait 10, 15 laps and then come through the field with fresher tires. That's the smart way to do it.
Yeah.
But I think like Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Bowman, Haley, a bunch of those guys back there, they never had a chance to even try that because of the way
Chastain
that
couldn't
whole
come back
caution
either.
deal went through.
Chastain was another one.
I
He
would
got
say
stuck.
Trackhouse sucked. They were not good
Chastain was
He was decent
Yeah,
in
he
the
was
first
decent.
in the
little
beginning.
bit.
And once he got back in the dirty air,
Done.
done.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a couple different ones like that. So okay, well, since you guys kind of threw off my whole groove, with starting at the end and working forward.
His groove. Don't throw off his
So, man, how do we want to do this? Let's just go. Okay, so first off, let's go back. We're gonna go back in order now. What do you guys think of the wet weather package? So this is the first time we've seen it in like a really good example. Overall, what do we think? Good, bad, whatever.
Oh,
Matt?
I thought it was great. The only thing I kind of thought was kind of weird was they had the wet weather tire, which I know it's not a rain tire, but they didn't have a windshield wiper.
Yeah.
Granted, if it was sprinkling or raining, that's fine. But I assume the mist
It-
would probably.
They
throw
said they
them
won't.
off.
They won't race in the rain or the mist. Like if there's too much.
But even splatter off the back of the cars.
yeah, they said it
doesn't matter.
It's not going to be enough. Like they're not going to race in a condition where there's going to be
Why
so
don't they
much of
just
that you
run
needed.
with this? Never mind. Okay, whatever. I figured.
No,
just
I'm
put it
kinda
on the
with
car
you.
forever. Why make it an option? Just have it on there.
Especially if you
Every
have,
track,
Why not?
Daytona, Talladega.
Fine with it. Let's see
No,
what it does.
but I'm kind
You'll
of
never use
You got to
it.
put 2 of them on, like a regular car. Brand identity.
They're both just like a V.
While you're at it, put turn signals on so we know who's changing lanes.
Honestly, they
Listen,
should have
let's be
headlights.
honest, they're never going to use those turn signals.
Oh my gosh.
No, so like, but I'm kind of with you there. I think like in this case, personally, based on what I saw, like it was great. I'm very much a fan of the wet weather package. Gets you racing sooner. Honestly, the racing on the wet weather package is honestly really good too. It actually, in some ways, I think solves some of the problems with the next gen car, which is great.
I thought it was nice.
But the only thing is, yeah, like why not just run the windshield? And like I think we could probably race that and the track be a little bit wetter. Probably not a lot more. But I think they
It could
could
be
have
a
pushed
little bit
it.
wetter.
I
I
think they could
have-
push it a little bit.
I
Now they're
haven't
probably sorry, I know, but
No, you're good.
they're probably being safe and
Yeah,
you
better
know,
safe than sorry.
yeah,
and work your way there.
work your way up.
versus how racing in the rain started with NASCAR, which was COTA, which
which
was
is awful.
terrifying,
Yeah, Truex getting destroyed by Custer.
crazy.
Yeah, sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
I just had 2 issues with what they did. One, they did not prep pit road how they needed to. I don't know how they messed that up, but do 30 laps, then decide to drive pit road, and then make them run another 20 laps under caution
yeah,
just to have them do a non-competitive stop to get back racing, to race for another 20 laps, to have them wait again to go back
another,
on
like,
pit
10
road
yeah.
to dry it off again. Why not just dry pit road? Take the extra 10 minutes, 15
Not even.
minutes.
I don't think it's not
At
that
least
big.
enough to where you don't have to wait for
It just
them
depends
to,
how fast you want to start the race.
Yeah, I get it.
I've
I
been-
get
I've
it. You
been
want
fine
to
with-
start. I get it. It's
Run-
a 7 o'clock start time. I get it. But
Run 30 laps, throw the red flag, park them on the backstretch, spend 10, 15 minutes, dry pit road. Boom,
but you
competitive
could
pit
do
stops.
it the other way. You could just wait 10 minutes, have the track
Yeah, but
drivers.
you can't drive the pit road with cars on track, on pit road.
Oh, that's true. I forgot they'd be parked there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be an issue. that would be a big problem.
Good job, Matt.
All right, Jake, you had a great idea. Why not just do that?
Yeah,
I thought it was
run
so
the 30 laps and say, everybody, we're going back to slicks. It's a competitive pit stop.
I was kind of surprised that they didn't, at least like when they first like pulled off a pit road, why they didn't like, hey, let's run the track drivers down pit road a couple times
They
just
did.
to kind of, did they?
probably
Yeah,
did.
yeah, they
Okay,
did
just
that.
to kind of get a jump
So
start on it.
the thing with Richmond, especially with the weather and how much humidity was in the air, Richmond does take a little longer to dry than a typical track. Not much. It's still a short track, but it does take a little bit, which is why you never saw the track completely dry out. Like if the cars weren't running there, it wasn't drying.
Yeah,
It was still wet, just like how it was in the beginning. So
Moist.
I mean, the pit
Moist.
road is going to take a minute.
yeah.
you
So yeah, but I'm with Matt. I think that was way too many caution.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
caution lap.
first stage was nuts.
What was it? The beginning of the second stage or somewhere like, yeah, we had 20 laps to go. And it
It was
was
weird.
like
It was
after the
really
competition caution, we had 20 laps to go of green flag racing.
Yeah.
And it's like, guys, like, come on. You can't do that. I don't think anyway.
what do you have next?
They call the audible and do the, which we kind of,
Yeah,
Still
we're kinda
talking about-
Well, that was super weird. They told the teams they're doing non-competitive pit stops, and then they run a few more pace laps. They're like, never mind, we're doing competitive pace laps. We're drying pit road. Be ready. Like, what? What are we doing?
dude, NASCAR was really trying to keep them teams on their toes today.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
hey,
doing everything
listen.
they can to spice up Richmond.
Yeah, right? Like, hey, listen,
Putting Tabasco all over that thing.
we're going to guess what? We're running rain tires. Get ready. Cool. Put them on. Hey, 30 laps. We're going to do a competition caution. We're going to put slicks back on.
You could tell people were not ready because they're doing the command to fire engines, and drivers were still getting in the car. Like,
Oh,
here's
yeah.
Brad putting on his helmet. Gentlemen, start your engines. Wait.
Don't start
Fuel
with that
saving
thing.
strategies.
It's all part of the plan.
Jeez.
So okay, let's move on to some other news that happened this week. So Jake, you're going to take the point on this one. So there's been some rumors going around that NASCAR was in the works to purchase the Long Beach race.
Purchase a percentage of the ownership. So Long Beach is a private event, not like, the Indy 500 is an IndyCar event. Daytona 500 is a NASCAR event. The Long Beach Grand Prix is a private-owned event by a corporation or corporations by investors. So one of the people that owned 50% of it passed away, and his estate, his 50% of that, was up for sale. So NASCAR was in trying to bid on it. They were trying to get it. And that would you'd only assume that means NASCAR is eventually going to end up at Long Beach if they got it. Anyways, it ended up falling through. One of the original founders and owners of Champ Car,
Champ car, yeah.
the kart series, he ended up buying it, and so it'll stay as an IndyCar event. So it was pretty exciting there for a minute. Like, holy crap, we're gonna have 2 street courses. Like, what's gonna happen?
I
But that ended
figured-
up falling through.
I
I'm glad
figured-
it's an IndyCar thing. It would be cool though if NASCAR ran
I kind of
there.
figured they would replace Chicago with it and do like a double header with Indy.
Ooh.
That was what
So the big spicy thing around that is it's a doubleheader event already with IMSA. If you don't know, IMSA is owned by NASCAR. So it's like, so if NASCAR buys in, you could just see IndyCar getting the boot and it being a NASCAR IMSA, or maybe IMSA would lose it if they'd bring Xfinity or something.
Could you
Maybe.
imagine if they all ran at the same time? Indy,
my
IMSA, NASCAR. Good luck.
We should.
that would be
120 cars on the field.
oh my god.
Oh my god, that is not a big track.
Not for that.
Good luck.
That's
Yeah,
for
there's
sure.
a couple of tight corners. I think if NASCAR ever did run that, they'd probably have to make an adjustment. What's that one corner before the start finish line?
Oh,
Or just before
gosh.
that hairpin.
That
oh
thing's
my god.
insane. I've had a few
It
times.
makes Sonoma look like that last corner. Of Sonoma look like super speedway.
It's like
Dude,
if
it's
you,
so
if
tight,
you've
bro.
ever raced on Monaco, like some of the
Yeah.
streets where it's like you have to go down to like 30 miles an hour to like try to make it.
Yeah, it's
It's like
crazy.
that. It's like that kind of turn.
So yeah, that
Uh,
ended up falling through.
That's kind of sad because that could have been.
It's good for
really
IndyCar. Honestly, if IndyCar lost that, dude, they would be in big trouble. The IndyCar kind of has like 2 crown jewels. They used to have more because like Pocono used to be one, Texas used to be one, but they quit racing at ovals because it's too freaking dangerous.
I think Pocono's
Um,
fair.
Dude, yeah,
They
it
could go back.
was good until Robert Wickens got in the catch fence.
Take it down. They don't need catch runs.
Oh my god,
Let them fly.
This guy. This guy.
what's worse, catch fence or trees?
Free bird.
No,
Yes.
I wish,
that's the
uh,
answer.
I wish IndyCar would race more ovals, but man, it's so dangerous.
That's true.
So yeah, basically their two crown jewels are the Long Beach Grand Prix, St. Petersburg, kind of.
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
opening race, but then obviously Indy.
I like the
500.
St. Pete race. That's
Yeah.
a fun race to watch.
I hate that it turned into a fuel saving race, man.
Yeah.
Like what the heck?
You know,
Why-
I tried to
why
get
are
us.
races
I
trending
tried
this
to get us to
direction?
go to that race.
Yeah,
It's
man.
too much, man.
You didn't go to Daytona. We were still in recovery
Listen,
mode. Bro.
it was the plan all along. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
then we had to go to Bristol.
yeah, I know. Well, that was.
That was in the back of my mind the whole time.
I'm sure it was.
It's Bristol,
All right.
baby.
So let's move on to our Kuzman and Friends question of the week. So if you have a question that you want to see us answer on the show, you can send it to us either in the comment section down below, or you can send it to us on X. You can send it to us on Instagram, wherever we are socially, TikTok, and send it over to us. And if we like it, we'll add it to the show. So, Jake, what do we got?
All right. So the question is, would you like to see the Cup Series on the Mexico circuit or the Miami circuit for F1? There's a two-part question. That's the first one.
Go ahead.
Miami. I'd be going to it. That'd be awesome.
Yes,
That's biased.
yes, but I
That
was
is
gonna
Allowed
say,
to be
Everybody
biased.
lives-
It's my
because
opinion.
I
This can be biased.
I agree, but I don't think it would be a good race.
That's rude.
I don't think it would either.
No, I don't think the course is right for it for
No.
NASCAR.
Nate?
I don't
Maybe.
think I don't know.
Do you
the
even know
Mexico-
these tracks?
I don't know too much about these tracks to give any.
I don't know
All
the
right, Nate's
Mexico
opinion
one
doesn't
too much.
count.
I don't know the Mexico one too
I
much,
think
but
the,
didn't we race there before?
I think the Mexico one is going to happen.
It might. I think that one. I think other than what was it? What was the one in Canada that they were talking about?
In Quebec, I
Quebec,
think.
yeah, or something like that.
I can't remember the name of the
Shoot,
track.
I'd love
Other
to
than
see,
that one, I think that Mexico makes the most sense.
I think we're going to Mexico next year.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm pretty
Is
sure.
Kyle
I'd
Busch
love
going?
just to see that. Just to,
I don't know.
Maybe not.
I'd love
Austin
to
Hill,
see.
you want to drive his 8 car?
It is a rookie debut.
Will he get a waiver if he misses a points race in Mexico?
I think so.
due to his criminal record.
Kyle Busch is not invited.
Do you know about that or no?
What?
Kyle Busch in Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I just said. Kyle Busch not invited.
Yeah. So like, for those who
Banned.
don't know, I guess he like somehow took like a gun
He took
unregistered or something.
no, I don't think it was unregistered. I think it was his.
I mean, it's just not
he forgot
documented.
he
or-
forgot he had it or something
Like
like
in
Like,
a
that.
what do they
suitcase
call
or
that?
something.
Claiming it or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, I think you can
Didn't
but-
declare it. He didn't
Declare it.
declare
That's it. That's
the
it.
word.
Yeah. So
How'd that get in there? Oops.
All right, Spider-Man.
Oh my god.
All right, part 2 of the question. That
You
was
found
great.
what?
Well, it's not really a part 2, but his comment after that was, I think NASCAR can really race anywhere.
What's up, Kuzman?
Could still keep Coda, but limit stage breaks there. I mean, I don't know how you can limit stage
Wait,
breaks.
Can you say that again?
Yes, I misunderstood.
It's more of like a comment and a question. I really think NASCAR can race anywhere. Could still keep Coda, but limit stage breaks there.
oh, because this was
Honestly,
this was on
I'm
the Coda race.
okay if, I think they should have more revolving road courses. Like I'd be fine if they're like, hey, we're gonna get rid of Coda for 2 years, but bring back like Road to America or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just
Yes.
have it rotating. Like having a set like these are our road courses. That's just boring.
So what if they
Yeah.
did
I don't
okay? What if they did something like I don't know?
Go
this
to
is
other
something-
tracks.
This is something I just thought of. So let me know if y'all think it's trash because you probably
Leave the
will.
Roval.
So what if you did a type of road course on the schedule? So you say, okay, we have one street course, we have one legacy road course, we have a
What's the legacy road course?
So no,
like Sonoma, Watkins
Watkins
Glen, like even the Mexico one I think would fall into that. Like old ones that you could do like a throwback kind of.
well, I mean the
thing.
legacy ones,
then
can
you-
stay. Like okay,
Well,
those
no,
are
but
your
I'm just saying
legacies.
that then you have like like for example, your street course, you have like a 3 race rotation.
Yes.
So that way, every year you're going to a different one. Now, maybe that logistically
That's
would work.
not going to be possible because you have to make long-term deals with the
I'm
cities.
sure
or
that's-
not long-term, but multi-year deals with the cities.
That's probably why that doesn't work. But
Go
Still.
bigger. Go state.
go state.
Make deals with the state.
Okay, what if
All
there's
right.
not a good track
We're losing.
there?
We're losing, Matt.
No, I'm saying okay. So hypothetically, right? Let's say they made a deal with a state. You did Florida. You could do Tampa, Jacksonville, Miami.
Do they have good tracks there?
No, but like I'm saying, like a street course. Like you could maybe make.
Oh, I see
something,
what you're saying.
You know, so it's not a city based; it's a state. Like, I mean, it's kind of out
I think
there.
the street course will revolve.
Yeah, I think it needs
I think
to.
here's what I think. In a
3-year
couple years,
deals.
Chicago will run its course.
I think Chicago
Fans
was only good because
fans
of the rain.
want Chicagoland to come back.
Yeah.
So I could see them staying in Chicago by going back to Chicagoland Speedway, which should be a phenomenal race in this car,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe moving that street race. I could see them going somewhere crazy like Denver or a completely untapped street race
Could you
market,
do like
and
a
just
San
do like
Fran?
That would
a
be
3-year rotation of
San
races.
Fran.
That'd be cool.
I don't know what the streets are like over in California. I don't know if
You have to keep all the people off the track.
Good luck.
S's
Yeah.
down the
down oh, that'd be
Oh.
wild.
God, what,
Lombardi Street. Oh my gosh.
that would be miserable.
Just go straight.
Chastain would do it. I didn't hear no rule.
They didn't say I
They didn't
couldn't.
say you couldn't jump the wall. You just can't ride it.
Right? No, I think I don't know how you.
Yeah, the
San Francisco-
elevations at San Francisco.
Oh,
would
that'd be wild.
Yeah.
You can make it short. You can only make it like a mile and a half.
You know, it'd be
Three-quarters.
crazy. Dale, I think it was Dale Jr.'s
A
idea.
city short track.
Yes. On the streets, build a short track.
How do you do that?
Say like a small,
A square.
yeah, like
You
a,
do one
like
block.
a square, like a real small track with a couple real sharp angles. Like
the
build
only
like short
place I
track
can
style.
imagine that would work would be like Wall Street, like right in, not Wall Street. I'm sorry.
No,
Times
think
Square,
think
where
like
they
a-
have like the big open area, and you just go around the one square
No, I got it.
No
New
way.
York. We race around Central Park.
through Central Park.
That's our dirt race. Yes.
We're
All right, we're
bringing
way
it
off in
back.
the weeds. In my opinion, I would rather we quit chasing F1 because NASCAR is way bigger than F1. F1's ratings this year are completely tanking. The last race had like a 17% dip in viewers compared to last year. So F1 is really not doing well. I don't want to chase F1. I don't think these cars, they race. I don't think
Different.
they produce good racing. They produce racing that is too good. And I want to talk about this at the end when we talk about Martinsville. But I think we just need more ovals because that's where the racing is good. And I mean, we all hated mile and a halves forever, and now the mile and a halves are some of the best racing. So I want more mile and a halves. I want Chicagoland. I want Kentucky back. You know, I want these tracks that we lost and get rid of some of these road courses. I could care less for Coda. I could care less for the Roval when the Charlotte racetrack mile and a half configuration is 10 times, 15 times better.
Yeah, and the whole reason that they did the Roval was
Yeah,
because
'cause
the racing on the
mile and a
track,
half sucked.
yeah, it was bad. So I think now that it's not, let's go back. I'm with you.
I'd be good with 4 road courses.
I think that's a good number.
None in the playoffs. That's not what NASCAR does. Get them out of the playoffs.
I could go.
I'd
could
be
get
cool with
aboard.
Watkins Glen. Watkins Glen in the playoffs this year. I'll settle on that one.
I guess that one isn't awful.
One
but
is okay.
yeah. I don't know.
But I think you limit the field too much. There's like 5-6 guys that are really, really good at road courses. So you kind of like
Well, especially
I
now
like
with
the
this,
tracks that like it's more about who can come as a team organization is the best thing and who can win.
well, you look at like someone like Trackhouse, where now they've positioned themselves where as many road courses as there are, you could bring someone in like SVG who's really not in the oval world, and he has a legitimate shot to go pretty far into the playoffs if he's. I'm assuming if he's a Cup driver,
Yeah.
by the way the new schedule is, and he could basically just ride around and
He's
get
doing
points.
he's impressing me in the Xfinity.
He is, but I'm just saying, like, it's to me that's detrimental to the guys that have been doing this the same way for a while. I don't know. I think it's good for new fans. I think it's not so much great for the ones that have been here forever. All right, so that is our Kuzman and Friends question of the week. Like I said, you can always send us in a question if you have something you want to ask us, and we'll answer it if we like it. So moving on to
I
next.
do have one more by
Oh, you do?
Kuzman. Sorry. Kuzman actually sent one more. He's like, do we like the wet weather package? How is executed today? Or would we prefer them to drive the track fully before going racing?
I think we kind
Two
of went
thumbs
over
up.
it
I like it.
already.
Yeah, I just wanted to like just
yeah, for
synopsis
sure.
real quick.
I
I
think-
liked it.
To
It
be
was
fair,
good. couple tweaks, but
Yeah.
we're definitely turning. I did not want to wait another hour for them to fully drive the track.
Right.
It would have taken every bit of another hour to start racing.
Bro, Kuzman, I love this idea, but there's no way it would ever happen. Waypoint race from Miami to Orlando. Have pits set up in certain cities,
Ooh.
and each team have a pit crew following to do the repairs if needed. I love
Good
it.
luck having the pit crew follow along.
I can
with
tell
the
you right
speed
now
of a
that
Cup car.
I can tell you
imagine
right
just
now.
a race. It's literally a race up 95, then 75.
Glory.
No, it would just be the
So
turnpike.
it's like normal
Miami-
driving.
Oh, hey, let's just go Homestead to Daytona.
Yeah. There you go. Straight up 95.
You got to do 3 laps and cross the line first.
Back forth,
They
back forth, back forth.
They have to go through the tunnel.
Yo, dude, that would be fire, bro.
Can you imagine?
That would be wild.
Which one?
Which
Turn
one?
4?
Turn 4. Yes.
Oh no! This is a no passing zone.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Daytona has 2 entrances. You have like the main one, which is at turn 1, which is huge.
Huge.
That's where all the haulers go in. Like it's massive. Then there's the old one, which is turn 4. Turn 4 is if you have a large pickup truck, you might be pushing it.
My F-250 with a 4-inch lift, it is a tight fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very tight.
You go
You
very
you
slow.
have to stay in the center.
Yeah. So I say they go through that one.
I can't believe they let people walk through it still.
Yeah,
Bro.
right.
I can't believe nobody's
The
got
amount of times I've almost been clipped by a mirror.
a mirror. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, could you and just fall down?
Whatever you do, don't walk down. Don't walk through there with your head down.
No, always be alert.
Just be walking around. Boo! Ow!
Yeah, don't be looking at your phone at that point.
Dangerous.
So moving to the next week, we're going to go to Martinsville.
Kuzma did say, in my defense, I don't know Florida that well.
It's honestly a great idea.
No, it's honestly great.
Honestly, if you did that, if you just drove from Florida or from Homestead to Daytona, you're gonna feel like you're in a race because people drive like complete freaking just jerks the whole
Nissan
time, bro.
Altimas will get you. Be careful.
that he's not wrong. So all right, so Martinsville, what do we think? Martinsville, what are we looking forward to?
I don't think it's gonna be a good race.
I want to know what tire are they taking? Are they taking the same tire?
I think so.
Yep,
All right.
the same tire we had today. If
Two blown
if
tires,
the
blown
tire
head
wears
gasket.
good. So here's the point I wanted to make earlier: the car drives too freaking good.
Yes.
It's too good. The brakes are too big. The tire's too wide. Like, and it forces the car. The car will do anything you want. So then it comes down to aero, right? So if the car doesn't do everything you want, you see Bristol. Aero did not matter at all at Bristol. 0.
Bristol was great.
It was amazing.
Where are those tires? Can we get those?
Bring the ones you had at Bristol, cords and all.
You just
No, but I
paint
mean,
'em.
like, they need that. And there's a ton of ways to fix it. Get a tire with less tread space connecting to the surface. That could be an option. You could have, a treaded tire. You can have a smaller brake. Get rid of these. I mean, the cup brakes, especially looking at, like, compared to the Xfinity car, the cup brake is freaking massive.
Yeah.
So you have all this braking surface and a huge brake pad. Get rid of this stuff. Make guys have to conserve their stuff. Because right now at Richmond, you literally ran as hard as you could every single lap, and it didn't matter. And what that did is it just created a freight train all the way around the racetrack. No passing.
Yep.
So they gotta do something to make guys either save the car or make the car harder to drive.
More power.
More power would be a way to go down that road. You don't have to, but there's 3 or 4 different angles you could go at this, but they have to do something.
Yeah.
Because you can't keep racing like this. This ain't it. Especially when you have a car that can make it happen.
Yeah. Yo, nothing. Yo.
Yeah.
Hey Nate, you still hanging out with us, or you asleep?
I'm here.
Are you sure?
Yes,
You've been
sir.
kind of quiet.
Sure.
Are you
Yeah,
here for it?
I'm here for it.
Hey. Where were you
I
last
like
week?
them wide tires.
Yeah. Where were you last week?
I don't remember.
Oh gosh, one
I
of
don't
those
remember
weekends.
what I ate yesterday.
Did you eat yesterday?
You see how hard it
I
is to
don't
work with
remember.
this guy?
Sorry.
Nate, here's everything we have coming tomorrow. The next day. What's coming today?
That kind of happens.
No, I mean Martinsville. We'll see.
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
know
see.
what to tell you.
I don't know.
I don't know what happened to these magical Bristol tires, but they're gone. They said they were short track package tires, and they haven't shown up today, and maybe not tomorrow.
Martin's-
It's a specific tire that's I think is only used at Bristol.
What? You know what?
Maybe
That's
they
greedy,
should. Maybe they
first
should
off. What is
consider
it,
that.
patent pending. Like, what is going on?
Patent
Like, share the tires. Free
like
the
it.
tire.
Free the tire.
Hashtag free the tire. Yes.
That would be funny.
NASCAR's not
that
trying
would
to
be a
give-
good shirt.
Yeah, NASCAR.
Cords and all on it.
Cords and all. Free the tire. Cords and all.
That'd be funny. So, all right. So, you guys got anything say before we wrap up?
2 things. So they did the North Wilkesboro test last week. They are running way faster because they
Way
repaved the
faster.
track like 2 seconds faster. And you guys see the Sonoma tire test results?
I have not seen the results.
They beat the track record by 2.5 seconds.
Golly.
They also repaved Sonoma, in case you don't know. That
Oh,
track
really?
is gonna be so fast. I think it's gonna result in. with a brand new race surface, it's not going to wear tires, and they're going to bring a super hard tire. So the race is honestly probably going to totally suck.
Yeah.
But
They're gonna fly.
they're going to be fast. They're going to be really fast. But we'll see what happens.
Fly like an eagle.
Yo, easy. But
Oh,
yeah,
I thought it was funny. All
I
right,
think-
so
we do have trucks next week at Martinsville. That's a pretty good race.
We'll see.
I do like trucks at Martinsville.
We'll
That's
see.
typically been pretty good.
is it
I
gonna,
think trucks
is the
in
race
Xfinity
gonna
will be good.
is the race gonna get pushed to Monday? Because if so, Magical Monday, Martin at
I don't
Martinsville.
know.
Magical Monday.
That's
Martin's
why Martin
Magical
Truex was
Monday.
almost going to win tonight. He
Yeah,
could
okay.
feel the magnetism of the Monday.
You can
Dude.
feel the Monday magic.
Dude, we were
Until,
joking. For anyone that watches Avatar, we were like, "Is this like Sozin's Comet, where the closer it gets to Monday, the stronger he gets?" Like, as it gets closer to Monday, oh, I can feel the power.
He gets his fire suit on, get ready to go do his appearance, walks out of his RV. He's like, smells like rain. Smells like Monday.
Bro, that's what I imagine. I probably not, but that's what I imagine.
Yo,
All right.
yo, you did have the funniest freaking thing pulled up on your phone.
Which one?
The weather, the radar
Oh,
app.
yes.
It was like the whole United States, and there's one little dot of green over the
Yes.
Virginia area. And DJ's like, in case you're wondering where NASCAR is.
Yeah, it's like, let's play this
Like,
week's
bro,
installment of
what
Where
the
is
heck?
NASCAR this week, and it's literally like one spot over Virginia.
So just for what it's worth, it's going to be cold on Sunday. Very similar to Bristol. And it should be the same attire as Bristol.
And it's a concrete track.
So we found the tire.
I believe the
Look at
Martinsville
that.
tire is the,
the
same
movement
tire
is
as
already
Bristol.
catching ground.
It's going to be a high of 67, a low of 37.
Ooh.
37.
NASCAR better have them backups.
Saturday's a high
like
of 50.
snow.
No, Friday's a high of 53. Yo, that truck race going to be cold.
Ooh, boy.
Good luck, man. If y'all there for the truck race,
GG.
y'all tough, bro. Ain't going to be no Florida people up there.
Yeah,
Too
that's
cold, man. 67, we're going to be bundled up.
67, man. We bundle up for a lot worse than that.
All right. Nothing.
Y'all so different.
Bundle up a lot worse than that.
All right. Anyway, clearly everyone's getting delusional, so it's time to go to bed.
It's only like 12.
It's only midnight.
Only midnight.
It's time to go to bed.
Hey, it's Monday.
Hey, you said we'd be. You did say we'd finish recording at
I
midnight.
told you, bro.
Literally
I
on the
knew
dot.
it, dude.
Hey, let's drag this out 20 more seconds.
You got it.
This is for Martin.
This is
Monday.
Magical Martin Monday.
Good morning, everybody. Now we're going to start over. All right. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So it's been real, guys. Like, share, subscribe. And then, like I said, if you have any questions you want to see us answer on the show next week, drop them in the comments below. We'll see you guys next week after Martinsville.
Denny Hamlin's a cheater.
Yee.